Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Alan also suffering from mental health problems, Traci in danger? Devoted soap opera fans know that daytime veteran Cousin's dual role, playing his deceased brother Martin Laurent, opened a door earlier this year. The brothers fell out a window in France while wearing the same clothes. Martin was said to have died while Alan lived. The Young and the Restless spoilers, is Traci safe? Speculating about a potential switch is wise, as evil twins are a staple in this genre. But if Martin did die in the fall, that doesn't necessarily mean Traci is safe. Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? Being Martin's brother, it's possible that both men inherited genetic traits that included mental health issues. It won't instantly mean that Alan is Martin if this character begins behaving bizarrely or dangerously. Cousin's original character may be simply struggling or dealing with the aftereffects of the trauma, guilt, and finality of his brother's tortured life and death. What is this? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Ashley Abbott returns in the fall. Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, needed her family, friends, and professional support when her marriage to Tucker McCall, Trevor St. John, unexpectedly collapsed in Paris, France. That's when Cousins was written into the show. Alan was said to be a longtime friend and a renowned psychiatrist. Ashley's multiple personalities created some awkward moments with Alan, as one of them threw herself at him. Thankfully, a breakthrough occurred, and Alan could refer Ashley to a solid clinic in France. Her progress was recently updated, and she is anticipated to return to Genoa City, Wisconsin, in the fall with anticipated fall return to Genoa City, Wisconsin. In the meantime, Alan and Traci have quickly become close. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Traci Abbott has an open heart. Traci has been single for a while. Her last marriage was to Steve Connolly, Greg Wrangler, and that union ended in 2014. A more recent memorable storyline included Kane Ashby, Daniel Goddard, who was seen as a character in one of her romance novels. Kane suggested they explore a relationship, but Traci declined. What is this? So, it is enjoyable to see Maitland receive another storyline. This longtime cast stalwart is a great actor, with Traci's open heart elevating her portion of the show whenever she's on it. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Alan Laurent is alive? If Martin survived Paris fall, then Traci is in enormous danger. The same is true of her loved ones and friends in Genoa City, Wisconsin. Hopefully, Alan is the person Traci falls in love with. That pairing has great potential and would inject a good love story into the show. The Young and the Restless spoilers, is Martin's proposal a recipe for disaster exploring Alan and Traci's quick engagement? The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease there are a lot of suspicions surrounding Alan Laurent, Christopher Cousins, and his true identity. Traci Abbott, Beth Maitland, may think she's engaged to the good Dr. Alan, but there's a better than even chance he's really his evil twin Martin Laurent, Christopher Cousins. The Young and the Restless spoilers, did Martin Laurent pull off a switcheroo in Paris? Martin might still be alive if he successfully swapped outfits with Alan during their fall from the balcony. As incredible as that may seem, it's possible, given the two wrestled. This simple act could have given Martin the perfect chance to deceive Traci and her loved ones by pretending to be his now dead twin brother. What is this? Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. With Alan now exhibiting odd behaviors, like failing to recognize the Abbott mansion he's visited before, it appears that the show is setting the stage for a significant revelation about Martin. If this truly is Martin, he will likely continue to charm Traci, drawing her in even further, and not having had any involvement with either man wouldn't pick up on it. What is this? Given Traci's deepening feelings, it seems only natural for Martin to consider proposing next, and there is not much doubt she'd say yes. Y&R spoilers, Traci Abbott, swept off her feet, wouldn't think twice. It's easy to picture Alan sweeping Traci off her feet with a stunning and very romantic marriage proposal. Martin might truly go above and beyond to make Traci feel cherished and assure her of his desire to share their lives together forever. However, Alan and Traci's relationship has been progressing at a breakneck pace, and an engagement would only accelerate that speed. Such rapid developments could raise concerns and trigger doubts among Traci's family, not knowing the man that well either. Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Abby Newman Abbott, Melissa Ordway, may encourage Traci to take a step back and reconsider before diving into marriage with Alan so hastily. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Ashley Abbott's return moved up. Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, was initially anticipated to return to town by fall, but recent updates from Alan suggest it might now be closer to the end of summer. What is this? This timing could see Ashley back in the mix just in time to question Alan about his sudden and erratic actions. As Martin's behavior becomes more questionable, it's possible he might make a hasty marriage proposal, which could raise Ashley's suspicions about Traci's latest romance. According to upcoming spoilers, Traci may be heading toward a heartbreaking situation. Stay tuned for updates on any shocking news regarding Martin and more insights into the romantic turmoil in Genoa City. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Y&R right now. The Young and the Restless spoilers, Alan also suffering from mental health problems, Traci in danger? The Young and the Restless has always thrived on delivering shocking twists, complex characters, and layered storylines that keep fans glued to their screens. Genoa City is no stranger to dark turns and emotional drama, and the latest developments suggest that the narrative may be shifting into dangerous new territory with Dr. Alan Loran, a man who was first introduced as a source of hope and stability. But now, whispers are growing louder that Alan himself may be struggling with hidden mental health issues of his own, and those struggles could put the beloved Traci Abbott in a precarious position. Could Traci's kind heart and willingness to help actually place her directly in harm's way? Alan entered the canvas as a stabilizing force during the Claire Gray storyline. His calm presence and professional demeanor seemed to provide structure in the middle of chaos. Yet soap fans know that no character is ever perfect, and rarely is someone introduced without shadows in their past. While Alan seemed trustworthy, there were always subtle hints that his own life was not as steady as he projected. He came across as kind but haunted, committed to his work but perhaps too deeply invested in his patients. Soap opera history tells us that when someone is too good to be true, danger may not be far away. Traci Abbott, who has always been the emotional anchor of the Abbott family, finds herself drawn into Alan's world. Traci has spent her life as the compassionate heart of Genoa City, often putting others' needs before her own. Fans adore her because she brings warmth and humanity to even the darkest storylines. But that compassion could prove costly if Alan's mental health issues begin to spiral out of control. Spoilers hint that Alan may be suppressing trauma or emotional instability, and if left unchecked, it could erupt in ways that even he cannot control. If Traci is too close, her safety might be at risk. The idea of Alan's mental health unraveling adds a fascinating layer to the story because it shifts him from being a helper to potentially becoming a danger. Soap writers often blur the line between healer and patient, and Alan could be a prime candidate for this kind of twist. Imagine Traci trying to support him, perhaps seeing him as a kindred spirit who needs compassion, only to find herself entangled in a situation where she becomes the victim of his breakdown. Such a twist would devastate viewers who cherish Traci, while also cementing Alan as a more complicated and possibly tragic figure. Mental health has been a recurring theme on The Young and the Restless, and the show has tackled issues of trauma, grief, and psychological struggles in various storylines. From Sharon's battles with bipolar disorder to Chelsea's suicide attempt, the soap has proven it can handle such subject matter with depth and sensitivity. By exploring Alan's possible struggles, the writers would be extending this theme into new territory, asking important questions about what happens when those who are supposed to provide care are themselves in need of support. Alan's connection to Jordan's twisted family history also leaves the door wide open for darker revelations. Was Alan somehow affected by Jordan's manipulations? Could he have a history of instability that he has kept hidden from Traci and others? If so, those secrets might begin to surface at the worst possible time. Fans are already speculating about whether Alan could develop dangerous behavior similar to Jordan, or whether his unraveling would make him a liability in helping Traci protect her family. Traci's involvement in this storyline is crucial because she is often the voice of reason, the one who extends grace where others offer judgment. If anyone could see Alan's humanity even as he struggles, it would be Traci. But her compassion may blind her to red flags. Could Alan's behavior escalate into something threatening? Might Traci ignore warning signs until it is too late? Viewers know that danger often strikes those who least expect it, and Traci's trusting nature could be her undoing. The possibility of Traci being placed in danger adds enormous stakes to this plot. Traci is one of the most beloved legacy characters on the show, and the mere suggestion that her life could be in jeopardy would send shockwaves through the audience. If Alan's issues put her at risk, it could also trigger a massive Abbott family storyline, uniting Jack, Ashley, Billy, and others in a desperate attempt to protect her. Such a storyline would reinvigorate family drama while adding intensity to Alan's arc. There is also the question of whether Alan's struggles would turn him into a full-fledged villain or simply a tragic character overwhelmed by his own demons. Soap fans love layered characters, and Alan could be portrayed as someone whose breakdown makes him unpredictable and dangerous, but not necessarily evil. That distinction is important because it shapes how viewers react. Do they sympathize with him, fear him, or both? Traci's potential danger could also tie into larger storylines in Genoa City. Imagine Alan's instability intersecting with Victor Newman's machinations, Diane and Ashley's constant rivalry, or Phyllis's never-ending scheming. A fractured Alan could become an unpredictable wild card, shifting alliances and putting multiple characters in jeopardy. His storyline might even intertwine with ongoing power plays in Genoa City, creating ripple effects that go far beyond Traci. Fans online are already buzzing about the possibilities. Some speculate that Alan could experience a complete psychotic break, placing Traci in direct harm, while others think his issues will emerge more subtly, leaving viewers questioning his intentions. Will Alan ultimately lash out, or will he be the one who needs saving? Could Traci be the only one capable of pulling him back from the brink? The emotional payoff of such a storyline could be huge. If Traci is placed in danger, the Abbott family will rally together, giving Beth Maitland, Traci, powerful material to work with. Meanwhile, Alan's actor, Christopher Cousins, would have the opportunity to portray a complex descent into instability, adding depth to a character who has so far been mostly supportive and calm. Ultimately, The Young and the Restless thrives on unpredictability, and Alan's possible mental health struggles could open a new chapter of suspense and drama. Whether he becomes a tragic figure, a danger to Traci, or both, this twist could create some of the most gripping storylines in recent years. Fans love Traci too much to lose her, but putting her in peril may be exactly what makes this storyline unforgettable. As this storyline unfolds, one thing is certain: Genoa City is about to get darker, more dangerous, and more emotionally charged. Alan's hidden battles could soon come to light, and Traci Abbott may find herself standing at the center of a storm she never saw coming. Will her compassion save Alan, or will it place her directly in the line of fire? Soap fans will be holding their breath to see if Traci's greatest strength, her empathy, becomes the very thing that puts her in danger. As whispers about Alan's instability continue to circulate in Genoa City, the question on everyone's mind is just how deep his troubles run. Alan Laurent has always been seen as the calm professional, someone who helps others navigate their emotional storms, but his own internal battles have remained largely hidden, until now. Soap operas have a long tradition of revealing the dark sides of characters who initially seem trustworthy, and Alan may be on that trajectory. Those close to him, especially Traci Abbott, may not recognize the early warning signs, which could make the unfolding drama even more devastating. Traci has always been the glue that holds the Abbott family together. She listens, empathizes, and often sacrifices her own peace for the sake of others. But in helping Alan, she may be stepping into dangerous territory. Soap writers thrive on the tension created when a beloved character's compassion is put to the test, and Traci's instinct to help Alan could place her in unforeseen danger. As Alan's struggles begin to surface, Traci's intuition might be the only thing that keeps him from spiraling completely, but at the same time, it could also make her the most vulnerable person in his orbit. Fans of The Young and the Restless have noted subtle hints that Alan's mental health issues may have deeper roots than anyone realized. Some speculate that past trauma, suppressed grief, or a history of personal loss could be influencing his current behavior. If these hidden layers are brought to the forefront, it would not only add complexity to Alan's character but also create suspenseful drama around Traci's safety. Alan's instability may not be immediately visible, but as it escalates, the tension could reach a. One possible storyline that fans are buzzing about is a scenario in which Alan's struggles intersect with the Abbott family's high-stakes dramas. Jack Abbott, Traci's protective brother, has never shied away from confrontation, and he may take matters into his own hands if he suspects Alan is a threat. Ashley Abbott, Traci's daughter-in-law and occasional ally, could be drawn into the fray, trying to mediate between concern for Alan and the safety of Traci. These family dynamics could add layers of tension, drama, and emotional weight, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. Alan's mental health storyline could also intersect with Genoa City's darker undercurrents. Victor Newman, ever the opportunist, might attempt to exploit Alan's instability for his own gain, creating a web of manipulation and danger. Diane Jenkins, who thrives on stirring conflict, could sense a vulnerability in Alan and inadvertently or deliberately escalate tensions. And Phyllis Summers, known for her schemes, might find herself caught in the crossfire if Alan's mental state affects her own plans. The interplay between Alan's struggles and Genoa City's scheming elite could create a multi-layered, suspenseful narrative that hooks viewers week after week. The psychological tension would also offer rich storytelling potential. Alan may oscillate between moments of lucidity and episodes of instability, leaving Traci unsure of how to respond. This uncertainty could test Traci's resolve, forcing her to navigate a delicate balance between compassion and self-preservation. Will she recognize the danger before it's too late, or will her empathy make her a target? These questions create suspense and drama, hallmark traits of daytime soaps, and they elevate the stakes for both characters. Traci's possible danger also opens opportunities to explore how the Abbott family responds under pressure. Jack, Ashley, and even Billy Abbott could be drawn into a protective role, revealing layers of family loyalty, tension, and emotional depth. Soap fans often thrive on family-centered crises, and Alan's storyline could serve as a catalyst for a major Abbott family arc. How the family rallies, or fails to rally, around Traci could define the emotional resonance of this storyline, giving viewers both heart-stopping suspense and deeply human moments. Another intriguing angle is Alan's potential for redemption or tragedy. Will he ultimately find a way to confront his struggles, or will his mental health challenges push him toward a destructive path? Soap writers have a knack for balancing tension with empathy, and Alan's arc could highlight the complexity of human behavior. Traci's role as a supportive figure could make her both his lifeline and his unintended vulnerability, creating a compelling push-and-pull dynamic that keeps viewers guessing. Fans have already begun theorizing online, discussing possible danger points for Traci. Could Alan lash out unexpectedly? Might his instability manifest in self-destructive behavior that endangers those around him? Or will Traci's steadfast compassion be the key to preventing a crisis? Speculation runs rampant, reflecting the power of this storyline to capture viewer attention. The tension is compounded by the fact that Alan is a character previously perceived as stable, making any sudden shift in behavior all the more shocking. Moreover, the emotional stakes are heightened by the potential ripple effects on relationships. Traci's interactions with Alan could affect her friendships and family ties, creating new tensions and alliances. She may face moral dilemmas, questioning how far she should go to help someone who might ultimately be dangerous. This storyline has the potential to delve into questions of empathy, responsibility, and personal boundaries, giving it both emotional depth and dramatic intensity. Soap fans also know that the most memorable storylines often involve high stakes, moral ambiguity, and emotional turmoil. Alan's mental health struggles intersecting with Traci's compassionate nature ticks all of these boxes. The suspense surrounding whether Traci will recognize danger signals in time, combined with Alan's unpredictable behavior, promises weeks of gripping drama, suspenseful cliffhangers, and emotional moments that could redefine both characters' trajectories on the show. Ultimately, The Young and the Restless is setting the stage for a storyline that challenges assumptions, explores complex human psychology, and tests the limits of love, empathy, and loyalty. Alan's potential unraveling, coupled with Traci's unwavering compassion, creates a scenario ripe for dramatic tension. Fans will be riveted, not just by the suspense of whether Traci is in danger, but by the rich character development and emotional resonance that a storyline like this can deliver. As the weeks unfold, viewers can expect to see Alan's mental health struggles come to the forefront, Traci's protective instincts tested like never before, and Genoa City's residents drawn into a web of suspense and emotional intensity. This storyline promises to be a standout arc on The Young and the Restless, blending suspense, heart, and moral complexity in a way that will keep audiences talking long after the credits roll. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Is Martin's proposal a recipe for disaster, exploring Alan and Traci's quick engagement? Genoa City is buzzing with whispers, speculation, and outright shock as The Young and the Restless unfolds yet another jaw-dropping twist. Fans have long been captivated by Traci Abbott's enduring charm, her compassionate heart, and her ability to navigate the ever-turbulent waters of Genoa City drama. But now, she finds herself at the center of a storyline that has viewers questioning everything they thought they knew about her romantic life. Alan Loran, the calm and seemingly steadfast presence in Traci's life, has proposed a whirlwind engagement, and fans are asking, is this a true love story in the making, or is it a recipe for disaster? Alan and Traci's romance has been anything but ordinary. From the moment they connected, viewers noticed the chemistry, the mutual respect, and the subtle warmth that exists between them. Alan has always been the one who brings stability to those around him, yet recent developments hint that his own mental health struggles could complicate the path ahead. His internal battles, which have slowly come to light, may cast a shadow over this sudden engagement, creating tension, drama, and the possibility of unforeseen consequences. The speed of their engagement has also raised eyebrows. While love can move fast, The Young and the Restless has a history of demonstrating that whirlwind romances in Genoa City often hide underlying tensions or secrets. Traci, who has navigated complex relationships in the past, is now stepping into a union that could challenge not only her heart but also her safety. Fans are already speculating whether Alan's mental health issues might play a role in their future together, and if so, whether Traci will recognize warning signs before it's too late. Enter Martin, a character whose presence has long been associated with unexpected twists and complications. Martin's proposal to another key character introduces an additional layer of tension and rivalry in Genoa City's romantic landscape. The contrast between Alan and Martin sets up a classic soap opera dilemma: stability versus risk, love versus chaos, and emotional instinct versus calculated judgment. As viewers watch this triangle, or potentially quadrangle, unfold, questions arise about the long-term viability of these relationships. Is Martin's proposal a thoughtful gesture of love, or could it be a catalyst for turmoil? And how does Alan and Traci's quick engagement fit into this intricate web? Traci's quick decision to accept Alan's proposal demonstrates her optimism and her willingness to embrace love despite past heartbreaks. However, this swift commitment may also expose her to vulnerability. Alan's own emotional struggles, previously hidden beneath a calm exterior, could surface in ways that test their compatibility and resilience. Soap fans know that nothing in Genoa City is ever straightforward, and a rushed engagement can quickly turn into a storyline filled with suspense, danger, and unexpected consequences. The dynamics between Traci and Alan are particularly fascinating because they challenge traditional notions of romance in Genoa City. While other couples have had drawn-out story arcs with slow-burn tension, Traci and Alan's relationship has been accelerated, creating a sense of immediacy and urgency. This acceleration has fans wondering whether the pace is sustainable, or whether the pressures of Alan's mental health and Genoa City's chaotic environment could cause the relationship to unravel spectacularly. Family dynamics also play a pivotal role in this storyline. The Abbott family has always been protective of Traci, and her sudden engagement may trigger concern, skepticism, or even outright opposition from Jack, Ashley, and others. Their reactions could add layers of tension and drama, as family loyalty collides with personal choice. The Abbott family's involvement often amplifies emotional stakes, and their influence could either stabilize the couple or complicate matters further, particularly if Alan's issues become more pronounced. Moreover, Genoa City itself acts as a character in the narrative, with its interwoven alliances, rivalries, and secretive undercurrents. Alan and Traci's engagement does not exist in isolation. It intersects with ongoing storylines involving Victor Newman, Diane Jenkins, Phyllis Summers, and other power players who have a history of influencing romantic outcomes. Martin's own proposal adds a layer of intrigue and potential conflict, creating a domino effect that could reshape multiple relationships in the city. The psychological tension is also a key factor. Alan's recent struggles have raised questions about his emotional stability, and Traci's choice to engage quickly may heighten the risk of unexpected consequences. Soap opera history is replete with stories where suppressed trauma, stress, or hidden insecurities emerge at the most inopportune moments. Viewers are left wondering, will Alan's issues disrupt the engagement, create conflict, or even place Traci in danger? And how will Martin's presence influence the trajectory of this romantic web? Fans have already taken to social media to voice their theories, debating whether Alan and Traci's romance is genuine, rushed, or fraught with potential pitfalls. Some argue that the engagement is a testament to true love, while others warn that Genoa City's history suggests quick decisions often carry hidden consequences. The interplay between anticipation, suspense, and speculation creates an electric energy around this storyline, ensuring that viewers remain deeply engaged. As this dramatic arc unfolds, the stakes continue to rise. Will Traci's optimism be rewarded with happiness, or will Alan's hidden struggles and the complications introduced by Martin's proposal create a recipe for disaster? Soap writers have a history of blending romance, suspense, and danger to craft unforgettable narratives, and this storyline promises to deliver all three. Ultimately, The Young and the Restless thrives on complex relationships, unexpected twists, and the delicate balance between love and risk. Alan and Traci's whirlwind engagement, juxtaposed with Martin's proposal, creates a tense and emotionally charged scenario that will captivate viewers for weeks to come. As Genoa City watches, fans will be on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating every revelation, every moment of doubt, and every twist in this high-stakes romantic saga. The speed of Alan and Traci's engagement has sent shockwaves through Genoa City, leaving friends, family, and viewers questioning the wisdom of such a rapid decision. In soap operas, sudden romantic commitments are rarely straightforward, and history shows that whirlwind engagements often hide deeper complications. For Alan, whose mental health challenges have only recently come to light, the pressures of commitment could amplify underlying struggles. Traci, ever the compassionate soul, may not fully anticipate the intensity of what lies ahead. This creates a ticking clock scenario where love and danger intertwine, keeping audiences on edge. Martin's proposal adds another layer of complexity to this narrative. While Alan and Traci are navigating the uncertainties of their own relationship, Martin's presence int. Rivalry and contrast. Fans are already drawing comparisons. Alan represents stability, care, and measured affection, while Martin's proposal may embody passion, spontaneity, and unpredictability. The tension between these two potential paths forces Traci, and viewers, to weigh the merits of security versus excitement, reason versus instinct, and familiarity versus risk. This is classic Genoa City drama at its finest. Family reactions play a pivotal role in shaping the unfolding storyline. Jack Abbott, protective of his sister, may question Alan's emotional readiness, especially given the recent revelations about his mental health. Ashley Abbott, ever perceptive and cautious, could serve as a voice of reason, warning Traci about the potential pitfalls of rushing into marriage. These familial interventions are not merely background noise, they are catalysts that heighten tension, spark confrontations, and generate suspense. The Abbott family's emotional stakes ensure that every decision made by Traci carries consequences that ripple through the city. Meanwhile, Genoa City itself amplifies the stakes. Victor Newman, master manipulator and perpetual disruptor, has a long history of inserting himself into romantic and family dynamics to create chaos or advantage. Diane Jenkins, known for stirring conflict, could sense an opportunity to exploit any cracks in Alan and Traci's engagement. And Phyllis Summers, with her own history of complicated relationships, could become entangled, either intentionally or accidentally, in the growing web of tension. The interplay between these power players and the young couple's engagement promises dramatic fireworks that will captivate viewers for weeks. Alan's mental health challenges are central to the tension of this storyline. The past hints and subtle behavioral cues now take on greater significance, suggesting that his stability may not be as solid as Traci, or viewers, assumed. Soap fans know that even a single overlooked warning sign can spiral into major conflict, and Alan's situation may be the perfect storm for emotional, relational, and even physical danger. Will Traci's compassion help him navigate his struggles, or will it inadvertently expose her to risk? This question underpins the suspense of the entire arc. Adding to the intrigue is the emotional psychology at play. Rapid engagements often bring latent fears, insecurities, and doubts to the surface. For Traci, who has navigated numerous romantic disappointments, this engagement tests not only her heart but her instincts and judgment. Alan's hidden emotional battles, combined with the whirlwind pace of their commitment, may force Traci to confront difficult truths about herself, her priorities, and her understanding of love. The tension between hope and caution creates a rich canvas for storytelling. Martin's proposal, on the other hand, functions as a narrative mirror. While Traci faces uncertainty in her engagement to Alan, Martin introduces a parallel storyline that invites comparisons and fuels speculation. Fans are asking, is Martin's offer a safer path, or does it carry hidden complications of its own? By presenting multiple romantic options, The Young and the Restless engages viewers in active debate, creating emotional investment and sustained suspense. Martin's role ensures that the narrative is never one-dimensional, allowing for nuanced exploration of choice, consequence, and compatibility. The potential for disaster is further compounded by Genoa City's history of intertwining storylines. Relationships, power plays, and secrets often collide in ways that are unpredictable, intense, and emotionally charged. Alan and Traci's engagement does not exist in a vacuum, it intersects with family drama, romantic rivalry, and long-standing feuds. Every decision, misstep, or revelation has the capacity to trigger cascading consequences, heightening both suspense and emotional resonance. Fan reaction online highlights the intensity of this storyline. Social media is abuzz with theories about potential pitfalls, warnings about Alan's instability, and speculation about Martin's intentions. The engagement has sparked heated debates, with viewers weighing the merits of love, loyalty, and prudence. The audience's engagement reflects the effectiveness of this narrative, which combines emotional depth, psychological tension, and soap opera-style suspense in a way that keeps viewers invested episode after episode. As the storyline progresses, the stakes continue to rise. Will Traci's quick acceptance of Alan's proposal be celebrated as a triumph of love, or will it become the catalyst for unforeseen chaos? How will Martin's proposal intersect with their narrative, potentially complicating relationships and emotional dynamics? Will family intervention serve as a stabilizing force, or will it intensify tension and conflict? These unanswered questions provide a roadmap for a gripping series of episodes that promise to blend romance, suspense, and drama seamlessly. Ultimately, The Young and the Restless thrives on stories that balance emotional resonance with dramatic tension, and Alan and Traci's engagement, juxtaposed with Martin's proposal, is a perfect example. The combination of hidden vulnerabilities, accelerated romance, and competing narratives creates a multidimensional storyline that invites speculation, emotional investment, and anticipation. Fans will be riveted to see whether love triumphs over instability, whether Traci's instincts guide her wisely, and how Martin's presence influences the unfolding drama. The whirlwind engagement of Alan and Traci, alongside Martin's romantic maneuvering, represents a masterclass in soap opera storytelling. It combines romance, suspense, danger, and family dynamics into a tightly woven narrative that will keep viewers talking, theorizing, and tuning in every day. Genoa City is poised for one of its most emotionally charged, suspenseful, and unpredictable story arcs in recent memory, and audiences are guaranteed a roller coaster of love, risk, and intrigue.